Good. Keep coming. I will recognize the messages just in a sec. Let me just make sure everything is ready and set on. Okay, good. YouTube is good to go. So now let me have a look at the chat. Okay, this chart. Okay. Okay, Ben from Adenta, welcome, sir. Comfort from Tamale, welcome. Okay. Margaret MFR from Ashalibotre, welcome. Good to have you here. Herman connecting from Accra, welcome, Herm. Dr. Doherty from Tema, welcome. So let your guests know that we are ready to go. Okay, names that I do see. Darkus from Kinshasa. That's the DRC. Welcome, Dr. Darkus. Dr. Darkus. Okay, I see David, Elizabeth, Esther, Ken, Reverend Bijou from Abuja. I want to say welcome, Adelina, welcome. Bailey, welcome. Yes, good, 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 good. Okay, so welcome everybody. It's good to have you. It's a pleasure having you this as company this evening, and we trust that this evening your time with us will be worth the while. Just stick and stay with us for probably the next 40 minutes or so, and I believe we will be sharing some information of immense value that can impact your future. So let me right now just go straight into my slide. Don't move from where you are. If you can hear me, that's wonderful. Don't be distracted. I know sometimes when we are at home and we are a part of meetings like this, the slightest thing can get us distracted. You might miss something very important as you move away from the screen right now. So it's very important that you can stay with us till the very end. The second part of the presentation is even going to be more important or much. We have much more information for you that can impact your future. So if you've been invited to the meeting tonight, on behalf of the one who invited you, I will be giving you the message from that person. Okay, probably after this, you will go back to them and say, thank you, because it is time to turn your dreams into reality. And you'll be asking, what kind of dream is that? Your digital dream. I'm talking about where you know someone or you yourself have experienced data loss, in the past. Someone recently just shared with me the recent flood in Accra. Someone lost their entire office equipment through that. They actually had their office, attached to their home, and their home got flooded. It was flooded for the first time. So there was no preparation done to safeguard anything, and they lost all their gadgets at home, including the desktop, the laptop, the server. Everything got flooded and spoiled in the water. And you can imagine how devastating that is. You may have been the one experienced that, or experienced something similar, or know somebody who experienced something similar. And that is why we are here this evening, or whatever time you might be listening to this. Okay, so go back up. Mr. Neem, you will be hearing, and God Backup is here to empower everyone, whether it's family, businesses, organization. It is here to help us to secure that digital dream of ours. And also, there is something very important at the last part, which will affect our finances, which can affect our finances, not just our finances, but our financial future. All right. So it's something you want to be very interested in, and you might want to get someone and pull someone by you right now. If you are home and you have your kids around, call them and say, hey, come and listen to this, because this is something you will want to even leave with a dependent as a legacy going forward, and they can impact the world. So God Backup, God Backup, God Backup. You heard, you saw from the beginning, what is God Backup? God Backup is a cloud storage service. It was developed in 2023, that is 3 years ago, by an organization called GVO. What does God Backup do? God Backup allows individuals, businesses, organizations to securely back up, to store, to manage their digital data all online. And all of this they can get at an unbelievable price, or for unbelievable deals. Okay, I can say the best deal I have ever seen concerning cloud storage. But not only that, God Backup has a commercial model that can help put some money in your pocket. And I start with some money, but it can be real money, a lot of it as well. So we will go to that part later. Now, you heard about GVO that developed God Backup. Let's learn a little about them. Who are they? They are multi-million-dollar internet marketing and software development organization started in Canada way back in 1997. They did business there for 10 years, and they moved to the US, and they were looking for an infrastructure that could better suit their fiber optics needs. And what better city you can find other than Texas, that house some of the world tech giants. Okay, so right now God Backup is situated in Texas, San Antonio, and that is the office in the bottom right corner you see there. Now, headed by who, led by who, and managed by who? This is the team. God Backup corporate leadership led by the CEO, Joel Therrien. You have Mike in the team. You have Eve. Eve is the wife of Joel, and both of them were in Ghana the latter part of last year. And there was a big event. God Backup, was kind of launched here. It was their first time in Africa, and Ghana was the gateway to their entry to Africa. All right, so that's the team there. Now, you might be asking, why cloud storage? If you haven't yet seen, known, or heard of, then let me take you through this. All right. Why cloud storage? Because in today's interconnected world, data is being generated at an unprecedented rate. Whether it's social media interactions or online transaction, every digital transaction or interaction produces valuable data. You mean it? Yes, a lot of it. How much of it? The first time I saw this stat, it blew me away. Data generation per day. Just Google that. Just say how much data is being generated every day, and you will see something just like what we have on the screen right now. Over 400 million terabyte of cloud space is being produced every single day. In fact, this start is from the start, mean the statistics is from 2024, between 2024 and 2025. But 2026, I believe the figures even would be more, because the projection of data generation for 2025, when they did this, was 181 zettabytes. Okay, and when by the close of 2025, they had gone past it. They shot it a little bit, so it went even higher. So that means that the figure for 2026 is going to be much higher than that. So guys, this is the future. So anything you're doing and it has to do with cloud, you know that there is a future there, because data is being produced at an unbelievable, alarming rate every single day. And that is why God Backup is using one of its one of the things that they are building, the pillars on which they are building this project, is the phones. There are two massive trends. The first trend is the digital gadgets, is the mobile gadget, is your phones, your your iPod and those kind of things. Why? Because look at the stats. How many mobile gadgets are there? Almost 15 billion phones in the world today. Okay, and all of these phones, or most of them, are producing data. And when data is being produced, you will have need for a storage. Just common sense, right? The phones created the need, and then this was born. So if you are a part of something like that, you must be very excited. And that is one of the trends that God Backup is leveraging on. You already know how reliant we are when it comes to using our phones. I don't have to go through all of this with you guys. We all use our phones for, these are just some stats, for alarm, to wake us up, for appointments and for deadlines and a number of things. We send messages. We use it, at the banking, for many other things. Many of us hardly go to the banks right now, banking hall right now. Why would we do that? The bank is right on our phone. Unless we have some huge transaction to do, then we do that we go to the bank to have that done. So we already so much reliant on the phone. The more data that is being produced, guys, the more data that is being lost. Okay, let's look at some stats. We use the US because the US have more reliable, data in terms of stats and research. So more than 5,700 smartphone screens are broken every hour in the United States. Okay, think about what's happening around the world. Okay, going to 6,000 in the United States, then in the world, just imagine the figures. However, surveys suggest that about 50%, half of the users, okay, have their phone damaged, get their phone damaged within 1 year. Half of the people get their phone damaged after buying it within 1 year. It's spoiled, it's damaged. And what happens when that happens? Whilst another survey reports that over 30% of people who broke their phones, guess what happened to them? They lost all their data. They lost their data. Some of you here might have experienced that, losing your phone, spoiling your phone, and losing everything on the phone. All right? So some of us can identify with that. Phone theft, accidental damage remain major risks, making device protection and data backup increasingly important now. Right now, you need to get your backup system in place, your protection of your data in place. But guess what? It doesn't only happen with the phone. It happens also with your laptop, with computer. Just I share with you the horrifying story of someone experienced. They lost everything, their office at home, and also other electronic gadgets at home during this flood, and their gadgets business computer just went like that. Data on computer is also at a serious risk. Almost 78% of businesses and experiencing significant data loss in the last few years. Key causes include human errors and also hardware failures. Whatever it is, people lost data. But nearly 31% of users have lost all their files due to unavoidable events. And 94% of companies experiencing severe data loss, guess what? They never recover from that. And that is devastating. All right. Data loss, guys, is very serious, and people are looking for solutions. And that is why we are here. All right. So GotBackup was born because of this. Okay. However, there have been other players even before the birth of GotBackup. You can identify some of them there: the Google Drive, the Google, the Dropbox, the Microsoft, the iCloud, the Amazon. You know, they're all there. And we have, so data usage or cloud usage is not new, because we have over 2.3 billion people already using the cloud for backup and for to save their stuff. All right. And we GotBackup, we are only bringing people or helping people around the world, out there, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, all right, to get better value for money. Okay. So some of the people that are hearing what GotBackup offer is, they are moving from the other side to GotBackup. Why? And you'll be asking, what is GotBackup offer? Now let's compare. How does GotBackup compare? Let's look at iCloud. We're going to use 6 terabyte here as our common denominator. All right. So 6 terabyte of cloud space, got iCloud offering you for 6 users, you're going to pay over $400, $420 a year, okay? Plus minus. Dropbox giving you 6 terabyte, 1 user, you're going to be paying about $360 US a year. Google Drive, 6 terabyte, 5 users, you are going to pay over $300 a year. Guess what? GotBackup is giving you 6 terabyte for. 6 terabyte for 6 users, for multiple operating systems, unlimited number of devices. You will pay $100 a year. Actually, it's $99.97, but let's call it $100. That is real value for money. And I used some words advisedly, like multiple operating systems. You know why? Because iCloud, for example, let's say you got 6 terabyte of iCloud space from iCloud, is backing up your iPhone, is backing up your iPod. But guess what? What if you had an Android phone? What if you had a laptop, Windows laptop? You can't include them because they only work for Apple, not no one else. If you're Pineapple, Watermelon, they won't work. But GotBackup works for everyone, all operating systems. That's why it is real value for money and an unbeatable offer there. So still comparing 6 terabyte against 2 terabytes, 6 account versus 1 account, multiple operating system versus 1 operating system. Just exactly what I talked about much earlier. All right. But there are more benefits. You also, GotBackup package also includes something we call the emailing system, okay? A bulk emailing system. That system can be personalized, can be automated. That means you can send bulk email. You compose one mail, and it can go to hundreds of recipients at the same time, sometimes even thousands of recipients at one go. All right. GotBackup is the only cloud storage that has 30-day money back. So that means within 30 days, if say you bought GotBackup cloud storage, and 2-3 weeks later, your brother comes and gave you 3 terabyte of cloud space. Oh, I just got some space for you in the cloud. Like, oh, then I wouldn't be needing a backup drive again. Within that time, within 30 days, you can request, and God Backup can give you your money back. But guess what? It would be a wrong thing to do, because God Backup doesn't only have backup system, it also have a strategic partnership which you could be benefiting from. So it is not wise to even ask for your money back, even if you have 3 terabytes for free from someone else. You can benefit from the strategic partnership, which we'll get in a bit later. God Backup is PCI compliant, meaning debit card transaction and credit card transaction completely safe, and they are authorized to receive that into their system. And one concern you might have is all of this good thing I'm hearing about God Backup, the price, the storage, and all the other features. Is it safe? Yes, God Backup security is top notch. It is using what we call AES 256-bit encryption. That is the highest level of encryption security the top guys are using, including Google, Microsoft, and all the top players. And God Backup, of course, is using that. So your stuff is really secure. All your stuff are secure. But there is more. God Backup is the only cloud storage service that offers these tools. It's called the God Backup Pro. If you are someone who you do a lot of stuff on social media, you want to have the God Backup Pro because it makes life easy. It makes life better. All right. You want to have tools like the VTuber, the testimonial generator. If you run services and do stuff where you have clients and customers, they can give you good, they can put a word in, you can generate some good testimonies from them and share it to the rest of the world using the testimonial generator. It's just a link, a click. The person you can send it to, the whoever are the clients and are your the customers that can give you a minute or 2 videos and stuff like that, and you can send it to the rest of the world. You have MemoryPlace, which is your cloud album. All right, you can have 100 people from different places at one event, taking different pictures from different angles. And all they need to do is just use the link and, drop all their pictures they took and videos up into that link, that album up in the cloud. And all of those 100 people pictures can be put on one album and it can be shared with each of them. So I have your picture, you have the picture of the 98 other people. And that's amazing. It's called MemoryPlace, okay? Then you have the SendShark, which is about bulk emailing service. Then you have MarcoMax. Have you ever wondered how come some people post so often and so many things? You'd be like, don't they sleep? They're probably using something that is expensive. But guess what? There is something which is part of these tools called MarcoMax, and it's about having your posting automated, okay? You can set it to post 10 times for you, to post different videos in a day for your Facebook, your IG, and for TikTok, whatever social media is the MarcoMax tool that can help you do that. If you put these tools together, you should be paying over $2,000 as the real value for them per year. But guess what? God Backup is giving you this tool for $220 per year. It doesn't only come with a tool, this $220 subscription. It comes with a 6 terabyte of cloud space and all the other benefits that we talked about. Isn't that amazing? If you like, no, can I get started with a basic package? No problem. Look on the left side. You can get started with the family package, which is $120, which is $100 plus $20 for the strategic partnership per year, which we're going to talk about very soon. But it's $120 for that family pack, and that is how you want to get started. If you are in Ghana, we're looking at the 1,500 plus or minus Ghana cedis, depending on your bank rate or the exchange rate. But anywhere in the world is $120. 2 years ago, I paid $120, but I paid in Ghana cedis, and it was 2,000 Ghana cedis. Today, it is 1,500 Ghana cedis plus or minus. What changed? Did 120 change? No, the exchange rate changed. So it is for the better. Next time, if the exchange rate goes up and you are paying 2005, let's balance it, guys. I mean, that's life. That's how it is. But right now, people are enjoying from it. But if you were but also there's something on top of that too, because you make dollars in this on the strategic partnership model. So if you are making dollars, that means the value of your dollar in Ghana cedis will also go high up. Then we also have the, for someone who produce a lot of data and 6 terabyte is too small, it might not help them so much. They want something more. Don't worry, we can arrange more terabyte for you. We have 20 terabyte of cloud space package. And if you're interested in that, just speak with the one who invited you and they can help. They can tell you what that is. If you're a business, a big data generator or producer, you want to go for that because you can have about 20 separate accounts on that. And that's real big. And it will blow your mind what you could be paying for 20 terabytes of cloud space. For many big organizations and businesses, ask them how much you're paying for more space with some of the big guys. They're paying thousands of dollars a month for that. Got backup for that 20 terabyte, you pay to set up, you pay $700 to set that up, and you pay a monthly subscription of $600. Mind blowing. All right. So guys, never lose, whether you are individual, business, family, organization represented here, never lose your digital dream, which includes your pictures, videos, audios, documents, ever again. Got Backup does 98% of the job for you. Just do the rest. Got Backup is impacting the world and they want you to be a part of it in their strategic partnership, guys. Guess what? We have 195 countries in the world, right? Just within 3 years, Got Backup has already covered 165. Mind-blowing. What speed is that? Record speed. In 3 years, 165 countries out of 195, that's a big deal. And you want to be a part of what is even getting bigger, okay? And to impact the entire world. And that is why you are here and you want to look at the strategic partnership where we are going right now. But if you say, I think I like the service part and I can enjoy it, well, I'm not interested in getting extra or creating another stream of income right now, then your bus stop right here. All right, speak to the one who invited you and say, I like the service, and then let me, but that's not a good advice. I will want you to continue to the end because there comes the strategic partnership of Got Backup. Got Backup wants to hit 1 million people in a few years. They can't do it alone. They say we will use our customers, our users, our members to impact the world with us, and we will pay them handsomely or beautifully, however it is for you. But we have a model that they can plug into, and that is the second trend of tonight's conversation. And there's an opportunity for you to make an alternative income, a part-time income, a passive income, a residual income, an extra income, a side hustle, but definitely another stream of income. Why? Because Got Backup is the only cloud storage that pays its user, all right, using a very simple compensation plan. Now, you want to say, why should I be interested in this digital online thing? All right, I'm an old school. You know what? Old school, now into new school. All right. If nothing has convinced you to look online, to focus online, maybe you haven't seen this. I want you to pay particular attention to the bottom item there, which says online. It is 0.00%. Can you see that? From 1930. Now, see in the 90s what has happened, and up to the millennium 2000, what happened to online and why you want to be there. Where is the attention right now? Check this out. Wonderful. When the 2000, remember, the late 1999, I mean, in the late 90s hit, and to the 2000, you saw how that jumped, you know, to the top. And this is start up to 2024. So it went up in terms of percentage in 2025, and now we're in 2026 is even much higher. That is where the attention is right now. That is why we need to be there. But let me tell you more about the cloud market, okay? And why you should consider the strategic partnership of this project, or of this of God Backup, or GVO, what GVO is offering. You see the blue chart there shows, you see the trend, the trajectory from 2017 up to 2025. There was a projection, in fact, way so many years before 2025, that 2025 we have, be somewhere between 200 million to 300 million in terms of the value of the cloud market. But guess what? They revised that by the last quarter of 2025, because it shot past that. The value of the cloud market in 2025 went over 400 million US dollars. Yes, you heard right, 400 million US dollars. And so this is big, all right? But look at the projection for the next 10 years, okay? Now now to 2035, actually the next 9 years, because we're in 2026 now. It says that the cloud market value is going to be worth approximately, read my lips, 3.5 trillion US dollars. That is going to be the value of the cloud market in the next 9 years, by the next 9 years. Probably it could exceed that, but that is the projection we are giving. Now, why do you want to take this very seriously? Because a slice of something big is worth far more than all of something small, okay? I believe you've heard this quote before. It's not from me. It's from, what's his name again? But you've heard it before, okay? What does that mean? Let me say in a different way, all right? In a practical terms, do you know what a big watermelon is? Let's say a slice of that watermelon you're given. And then, no, I take the slice of that watermelon and I give you a full whole grape. No grape, full one, but the small one, give it to you. Now tell me, who will produce more juice? Obviously, it's me. But the slice of my watermelon will produce more juice than your full grape. Whatever you're doing might be full for you all, but it's small, guys. You want to have a look get a piece of this big thing, because even a tiny piece you have in the next 5-10 years, you're settled. And that is why you want to take the strategic partnership very serious. And how do you get started in that? This is it. Just become a subscriber and subscribe to the service. It's 20 terabyte of, 6 terabyte of cloud space is $100, plus the strategic partnership, which is $20. And the total will be $120 a year. That is what you're going to be paying to get started. Get all your 6 terabyte of cloud space and all the other things that come with it, and you become an ambassador. Kind of build this around the world, tell the world about it, and the company shares profit with you. The company shares with you whatever, a certain percentage. That's amazing. You'd be like, how much? Don't worry. You will see the different ways in which you can earn. All right. So I showed you the packages already, and you are aware of how you can get started. The $120, or at the end, you will also see it again. There are 7 ways in which you can earn from God Backup. All right. Or on the project. Okay. The first one, which is the customer acquisition bonus, is a big bonus, but not too big too, but can be big. The last 6 of them, and this one, the first one, you can earn that every day, every hour. I mean, depends on you, but it's the only bonus you get paid instantly. The other bonuses you will get at the, or GVO pays that by the end of the month. And when you grow, the pay that it has to take a month period, and you don't get all at the same time, but as you grow in the project, you qualify to benefit to earn from some of them. But let me take you through what the customer acquisition bonus is. As the name says, customer acquisition. Now, whenever God Backup acquires a customer anywhere in the world, and it's through you, you are responsible for that acquisition of that customer. Guess what? If it's a family package, all right, that the person paid for, God Back, and how much is the family package? Let's call it $100, okay? God Backup will pay you 50% of $100. It's actually 99.97, but let's call it $100 to make my calculation easy. 50% of $100 is $50, and that is what you get. You're like, really? Yeah. What if it's 2? You get $100 for God Backup acquiring those 2 customers through you. What if I have 10 people in a day? You will make $500 in a day. Yes, God Backup will do that. Now, if you do that in a week, you make $500 in a week. You do that in a month, you make $500 a month. You do nothing, you make nothing. This strategic partnership is about making impact. It's about having results, okay? God Backup wouldn't do anything if you don't do anything, all right? If you're a business person, you understand this language, all right? So what if you say, can I do 1 a day? Let's look at the benefits here. 1 a day for 30 days, that's $1,500 you will earn only from customer acquisition bonus, which is an additional income. We're not talking about other benefits right now. We're talking about the customer acquisition bonus. That's how big it can be, guys. This is real commissions that you can earn. And by doing what? Just telling people about safeguarding what is precious to them. And God Backup say we will share with you. All right. And when that happens, because we want to impact the world, we have something very good and the world needs it, but we can't do it alone. If it's the enterprise solutions, which I talked about, for big organizations, businesses, the 20 terabytes, if that God Backup acquires a customer on that, you get 25% of the monthly commission of the monthly cost of the product. sorry, the yearly subscription of the product. The yearly subscription is $600. 25% of $600 is $150. And the same applies to that. What if you get 10 customers in a month? You will get $1,500 in a month only from customer acquisition bonus for enterprise solution. Now, what if you heard about the Gut Backup Pro? You're like, I know people who will want and will benefit from this Gut Backup Pro stuff. They, on social media, and I can get 10 at least every single month. Guess what? If you get one person on the Gut Backup Pro, Gut Backup will pay you $75 US. Now, what if you get 10 people? $750, guys. That is how generous Gut Backup is when it comes to that. So the customer acquisition bonus is not bad at all. But let me give you something better, even better. And this is called, there are many commissions I talk about, many bonuses, which is that we have the cycle bonuses, or you have the generations bonuses. You have the DC, which is dynamic compression bonus, the rank pool and leadership. All of this, as you grow, you can qualify to end on them, including what I'm about to close the compensation part with, and it's called the cycle match bonus. Now, the cycle match bonus is earned from Sapphire and above. What is Sapphire and above? Now, Gut Backup gives ranks and acknowledge you with precious metals. All right. So, for example, when Gut Backup acquires one person through you, you are called a bronze. Guess what? Yay! Congratulations. And if it's two, you're called a copper, depending on if you place them left and right. All of this is a bit technical. Then you have silver, you have diamond. Sorry, you have silver, gold, platinum, sapphire, emerald, ruby, and then you have all the diamonds. The diamond, triple diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, and blue, and so on. Okay, so that is how you rank up, and there are different requirements. We're not going to go through them now, but it starts from Sapphire for you to earn cycle match bonus. Now, I don't know how long it would take you to, you'd be asking, so how long would it take me? Could it take me to become a Sapphire? I don't know. What I can tell you is someone on this project became a diamond within 45 days. So that means you can become a Sapphire, of course, within 45 days, but no competition, right? You can take your time, all right? So say it took you even a year, 2 years, still worth it. Let's look at what you benefit from that. So over that period, maybe you brought in about 20 people, 30 people, 50, whatever, but I want to use only 10. So I make some assumptions and projections here. So I use 10, all right? Agree with me? Just 10. It's good for my calculation. Make my calculation easy. And the other assumption is, let's say you help those people to make $1,000 each from their cycle commissions. Whatever you're doing, you're helping them. How are you helping them? You're presenting for those people who you are bringing. Helping. Hey, who did you invite today? And they need some questions answered. You're like, okay, you go and answer those questions and say, all right, I'm okay now, and I want to get started. That's the kind of help I'm talking about. Now, 10 of those people, let's assume each of them earning $1,000. If you are a Sapphire and above, you are qualified to make cycle match commission for a Sapphire, 25%. Now, 25% of $1,000 is how much? It's $250. And we're talking about 10 people here. Multiply that. 250 times 10. How much is it? It's $2,500. That will be your commission for cycle match for that month. Okay, it could change based on month from month to month. Okay, now you'll be like, why $1,000? Why not 1,000? but it could be any figure. It could be 2,000. It could be 500. It could be even $100 that that person is making. Why I'm using 1,000? I just want to show you a bigger picture of it. All right. It's not the biggest picture, but it's a bigger picture. And I don't want to show it too small that you might overlook it. Okay. It can be really big. So if you are an emerald, you'll make 50%. So that means the same thing, rule applied, you know, $100,000, $50% of $1,000 is $500. Multiply by 10 people. I'm using 10 here. It will be $5,000. That's really big. And you may be asking, really? I mean, that's so much money you're talking about here. Can people earn that kind of money? Sit back, relax. I'm going to show you something before I close. All right. A random, I'll give you a snippet view of random income of some strategic partners. No name attached, nothing. All right, just some figures, but you'll see whether it's true or not. So if you are a diamond, if it took you 2 years, 3 years, 4, or even 5 years to become a diamond, it's still worth it. You know why? Because look what a diamond gets. If you are a diamond, any of the diamond, you get 100% on whatever the people you personally brought in, whatever they earn as cycle bonus, you get 100% of that. So if it's 1,000 we are talking about here, it means you get 1,000 from those people. So 10 people, that's 10,000. The only difference is the match cap. So if you notice here, for a diamond, the match cap is 7,500. That means if a diamond have those 10 people and it is 10 times 100%, which is 1,000, which is 10,000, God Backup will not pay you, or GVO will not pay you at $10,000 if you were a diamond, because your cap, your ceiling is 7,500. And if you go higher, your ceiling goes high. That's what it is. I hope it's clear. Okay. But you can see the potential of this. And remember, you saw the trend. You see where this is going. Be patient. Just develop it. Just grow it. Even in the first year, you don't see much. Just build your team. And in time, the number will count. It will make a difference. Okay. So let's do a summary. What are we talking about here? Cloud storage. All right. It's a project from GVO, Global Virtual Opportunities, called God Backup. All right. I think it's the best cloud storage service, you know, we have right now, with all the other features we talk about. The emailing service, the unlimited devices, is highly secured, using multiple operating system. It works for that. It have other features, other things that we can talk about here right now. You have great support. We also have trainings, you know, mentorship, and you can benefit from a huge community, guys. You want to be part of this, not just a service you're getting a business opportunity, you're getting you know, into a real great community. So I hope we have given you a good idea, and you want to do this as soon as you can. How much do you need again for the God Backup Pro? You need $220 to get started with that. And it's for a year, not a month, for a year, okay? And remember, the God Backup Pro includes the 6 terabyte plus the God Backup Pro tools. If you want a family package, it is $119. Let's call it $120. That's what you need, or the equivalent in your local currency, depending on where you are. Okay, and you are part of the project here. If you just want to be a service customer, I don't want to do anything about this project, and I don't want to benefit from it. No problem. Just pay $100 and get on board. But what if your brother comes to you one weekend and tells you, hey, I lost my computer, and I lost everything on it. And you were using God Backup for the past 6 months. Okay. Uh, do you think you will recommend it to your brother? You would. Now, would you want to be compensated for that? Why not? So it just makes sense to pay extra $20 and get started on it, guys. This is um it's not rocket science, okay? It's a no-brainer. So how do you pay to get started? You can use your debit card, whether it's Visa or it's MasterCard. It's acceptable. If you don't have any active one, the one who invited you, just say, well, I have cash. How do you do it? Now they can arrange something we call prepaid link for you. Whether you send to them on Momo, on this part of on our side, we have Momo, mobile money, okay? And they can get the prepaid link for you, okay? So easy to do. The same services, you will get your own virtual office. Once you get started, you will have your own referral link, which you will give to people. Now, the other benefits you get, guys, I haven't seen something that gives you the opportunity to build, all right, and enjoy from other economies around the world with this low kind of startup capital. $120 or at $220, guys, come on. Because if you have a friend in France, Germany, Belgium, and you told them about this and they love it and they start building it there, guess what? You are enjoying from the Shigan economy. And that is what we have in our hands as a project. So even though you are not there, you are locally, but you're building globally. And this is incredible. I told you about the event we had, or the CEO and his wife were in Ghana. The latter part of it last year, this is proof. These pictures were taken at the Men's Vic Hotel in Accra, in a place called East Legon. All right. And at the top here is the CEO of God Backup and his spouse, who is the vice president of GVO as well. Then you have Dr. Kweku Ohini Asari, and this is the guy who brought this project, I would say, to Africa, because Ghana was the gateway, all right? When one of his friends in the US, in Canada, heard about the project, called him and said, hey, Doc, I want you to have a look at something. And he saw it, he's like, wow, the future of this is big. And he jumped into it. And 3 years later, I mean, there are thousands of people that have gotten on this project because he said yes to God Backup, and he's building this as well. You have other leaders on the project there. There are pictures of a number of them. I think I'm somewhere around here. I can't find me. I don't know where I am, but I'm on this picture somewhere. The hall there was, populated. In fact, people were turned away because there was no space for them at this event. This event could happen in your region, in your country, wherever you are. I mean, just focus on this and build it, and you could be building something really beautiful, because this is a service, guys, everybody needs. It's a project everyone can afford. How much is it? It's only starting with the family package, $120, or some of the other packages. You That's nothing. Besides that, you are saving your data. You are helping someone protect what matters most to them. And yeah, some of you might be doing something. You might be in a business. You might be in a job, making some good money. No problem. But it doesn't hurt getting an extra stream of income from something as cool as this. You may not even have to leave your home, because you can do this at home. All right. It's digital most of the time, except maybe you want to meet some people in person. That's okay as well. We also have in-person event. I'm sure we will be resuming our in-person event pretty soon in the next few months. So people in Ghana, watch out. Just wait. You probably will hear that in-person event is going to be resumed pretty soon. Okay, so get ready and stay connected. When should you get started? Right now. You missed the last deadline. It was yesterday. But right now is the next best time, and you want to speak with the person who invited you and say thank you. And how can I get started? They will give you a link, because without their link, you can't get started. And when you join, you will also have your unique personal link that you will give others who you introduce. That's how we affect and impact the word. But remember, I spoke to you about giving a glimpse of a snippet view of some random income. I'm going to do it right now. But before I do that, let me make this disclaimer. The income of figures that we're sharing here by strategic partners, they are just examples, so examples what for what is possible. It is not a guarantee that, hey, to say once I come in, I'll make this figures. Even though what I'm about to show you, have some people making, you have some people that have made 4 figures or 5 figures, okay? But it was based on, number of things, the time, the skills, the consistency, and all of that. I'm not showing you the work they have done. I'm only showing you the result they have done. That is why it's important that we make this disclaimer. Your success on this project depends solely on you and the system you plug into. Having said that, let me show you this. Wear your seatbelt. At the top corner, left corner of this, see, what do you see here? Look at the highlighted places in yellow. You have over 10,000 US dollars that GVO credited an account with, okay? You have 3,900 plus, you have 8,300, you have 4,500 here, you have 5,300. Then in this God Backup account, God Backup has a system that tells you how much you made yesterday, this week, today, and in the last 7 days, and also 1 month, and then for over the time. See this account? In the last 30 days, this account made 7,000 US dollars. Okay, that's God Backup. And then here you have 8,200, dollars plus. This is a Ghanaian account here. You have $72,000 in. I'm sorry, 72,000 CDs, Ghanaian CDs in this account. So guys, that is it. This is the project for you. If you have any questions now, please feel free to, I think I need to get your microphones. Please feel free to, for now, let me end my